What's up everyone, Jordan here from Cinelinx.com. I'm back today with some new bit of tech that I think you retro gamers are really going to love. I'm talking about Epilogue's all new GB operator. Now what this does is essentially turn your computer or even your Mac into a Game Boy player. Now it does a whole lot more than just play your old handheld titles. So let's go ahead and open this up and talk all about it. Now, most everyone knows that I'm all about old school gaming, and I'm always on the lookout for new ways in order to play those games without really requiring the original console hardware to do it. I mean, look, I don't exactly have the room for more stuff. So when I heard what Epilogue was doing with the GB operator, I knew I had to check it out, and thankfully they were kind enough to oblige and send one my way. Now, if you haven't heard of Epilogue, don't worry, you're probably not alone. They're a relatively new company, a startup out of Romania. Now I know what you're thinking, brand new tech from brand new company. Sounds like it could be a little bit dicey and a little concerning. However, I'm happy to report their first endeavor is pretty damn great and it works incredibly well. Now the whole thing comes in at only $50, and as you can see, it's pretty tiny. But it comes with everything you need: the device itself and just a single cable to attach it to your computer. Now, despite it being so compact, it packs in quite a bit of stuff. Through the cartridge slot here, you're actually able to play original Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, Game Boy Advance games, and yes, you can even plug in your old school Game Boy camera. So it's pretty cool. But beyond simply playing games, you can actually write your own games on this to a blank cartridge if you wanted to. So if you have homebrew games that you want to download, or even dabble in developing your own old school titles, you can put them onto a blank cartridge using this device. Personally speaking, what I'm most excited about is being able to record or even stream these old handheld titles without needing some weird complicated workaround or illegal methods. Right off the bat, thing I really love about the GB operator is its overall design. I love the see-through stuff. Really speaks to my 90s nostalgia and all those old see-through tech that we used to have back in the day. It's just kind of neat to see that brought to life here. But also the slim profile is really cool because you can put this pretty much anywhere on your desktop setup and it's not going to be in the way. Now the GB operator doesn't work just on its own. There is some software you have to download, but that's where a lot of the cool factor in the GB operator comes into play. Now, once you load up the software and plug in a cartridge, it opens up onto a landing page that has all kinds of information and details on the game itself. It's a really neat way to archive and keep track of the games that you have. Though, of course, you are limited to only what's in Epilogue's actual database. Like, as you can see here, it apparently doesn't recognize the original Star Wars Game Boy game in its database. Thankfully, though, there is an option to add games to their database to expand it for everybody else. What you'll also see here from some of the information you get on the landing page is there's an indicator at the top for official cartridge. This means that Epilogue can detect whether or not it's a counterfeit cartridge. So if you're a collector and you're worried about some of the cartridges that you have or the deals that you found, it's kind of a cool way to check it out. Now, from the landing page, you're not only able to play the game, but you can also download your save data. That means you can store information and transfer it back onto the cart as necessary. So if you've got one of those, cartridges that you like to have that you're trying to swap out the save battery on, but you don't want to lose everything, you can use this as a backup and reload it back onto the cartridge. But, beyond just the save data, you can download and save your entire game, essentially letting you build a digital archive of your collection that you can play without having to go back to the carts. Obviously, the most important thing is how does it play? Well, Epilogue uses the ever-reliable MGBA emulator, and it runs ridiculously smooth. It drops you into the game pretty quick. The downloads are relatively fast, pops you into the game. There isn't a whole lot of wait time. as you've seen from some of the footage going on in the background here while I've been talking, it looks really good. I mean, it scales up nicely. If you're doing this for streaming or recording purposes, this is a really solid image that's easily 2, 3, 4 times the normal screen size of a Game Boy. It's a truly impressive feat, and it makes coming back to play these games feel new and fresh. And for those making video content or who want to stream some of these older games, I can't imagine it looking a whole lot better than this. So here's the bottom line on the GB operator. If you're a fan of Game Boy games or retro games in general, there's pretty much no reason to skip out on this. Even if you're waiting for the upcoming and much delayed analog system, there's no denying the appeal that the GB operator has. Even if you take out the fact that it's not portable like other systems will be, there's just a ton of stuff that it does, from archiving your collection, playing games, downloading them, streaming, recording, even being able to download and write your own titles. There's just a whole lot going on here. And for $50, I mean, that's a steal compared to just about anything else that's out on the market for it. And with the software being continually updated still, there's no telling the amount of value that this whole system is going to have for gamers down the road. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I've got some links down in the description below for you if you want to snag up your own copy, or with the holidays coming up, get one for that special gamer in your life. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tell all your friends about it. Until next time, be sure to keep it tuned here to Cinelinx.com for all your movie, gaming, and geek-related needs.